Must have looked in one of the drawers here and found some guts. Well, here's somebody who thinks Andrew Lack's as big a weasel as I do. From the White House, Claire Shipman.
Great day to be on with you. I could talk. Can we just talk about how many kids I want to have instead?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Claire Shipman, White House correspondent, NBC News. So, what's going on?
Tune out from ABC News is Claire Shipman. Good morning, Claire. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm great, thank you.
So now, what you went on Good Morning America this morning, and you got what's the scam? Not scam, but I mean.
What's our scam today?
What is the story you have?
We're inside Enron, so we got a.
Are you there now?
I'm here. I'm sitting here now from the dark center of Enron.
Yeah, that's where we thought Cheney. We thought his secret undisclosed location was the basement of the Enron building. But
exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's in a bunker down here.
All right. What is this big earth-shaking, shattering story you have?
Well, we got the first look inside of here. I mean, nobody's been in here since the bankruptcy, and nobody's really been paying attention to what is going on with Enron now. It's bankrupt, but the new CEO, to whom we spoke also, it outlined for us essentially how he thinks he can try to pull the company out of bankruptcy. And I think they think the company's got a shot if they sort of scale it way back and turn it back into basic natural gas and power deliverer again.
Oh, yeah, good. You didn't happen to get a name or anything where I could make my check out to buy some Enron stock, did you?
You know, it would be a really good investment right now, actually. You know, it's funny, though, this guy, Stephen Cooper, is so, he's so straightforward. He goes around telling the employees in these voicemail messages, look, got some bad news for you. The stock is basically worthless. I mean, every day there's sort of new, blunt news, but they are so desperate here for information because they just have had no idea what was going on. They didn't know who they could trust, that they really sort of appreciate it. It's fascinating. And I think, look, there's still 20,000 jobs they're trying to save, so you know, they've got a stake in trying to keep the doors open.
So it's inside there. It looks like an office complex. There are people in there and all that, right?
Well, it's huge, though. It's really it's interesting because the building is like a huge monument to sort of corporate success, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an enormous thing down here, and it's half of it, well, not half, but you go through the floors, and they'd have no money, so they've been consolidating people. So some of the floors, like the trading arm, is like a ghost room. I mean, nobody's in there. It's a little bit eerie. We went up to the sort of plush 50th floor offices where all the executives used to rule the world, and things are pretty nice up there. But they basically said this building's on the block. They're not going to be able to afford to keep this. But it's, look, the employees are kind of grumpy. They're sick of having cameras around. They weren't that thrilled to have us here, frankly. I can't imagine why. But the cafeteria's open, and they're still working away.
On another note, pretty great. We're talking with Tom Brokaw from NBC News, obviously, and he's out in Salt Lake City. It's 24 till the hour. Just a few minutes ago, I was talking with Claire Shipman, who used to be the White House correspondent of NBC News. Went over to ABC News, and they called us yesterday and said she had this big Enron exclusive, and could she be on? And I said, yeah, that's fine. And so we were trying to decide whether we should take her before or after she appeared on a dreadful Good Morning America, and I guess we took her after, right? Is that right, Bernard? We took her after.
Correct.
Well, now, I happen to like her, and I didn't say anything. But here was a big exclusive. She was inside the Enron building. She called us.
That was it.
That's it.
That was
it. Yeah. So I said, well, just a lot of people typing away there. And she said, I don't know.
There probably are not a lot of people typing away there.
So I tried to drag her into the Diane Sawyer, Barbara Walters brouhaha over the Rosie O'Donnell deal, but she was having none of that. So, well, one does.
Maybe the venue.
Hang on a second.
Sure.
That's a good point, Bernard.
What's that, Chief?
This Claire Shipman thing, that was idiotic. I mean, she's a nice lady, and I like her and all that.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
She got in the building?
right. I mean, here, this is an email, so let me see if I understand this. Claire Shipman scoop. She's actually inside the Enron building? Wow. And the bankrupt company has unoccupied office space? Fascinating. And they had the building up for sale? Interesting. I mean, come on here.
See if Peter Jennings leads with it tonight.
But I mean,
She misled me. I wonder how GMA feels about it this morning.
no, but I mean, that's
Claire Shipman gets in Houston office building. Details straight ahead. Breaking news.
Like Geraldo going in the vault. Hey, there's nothing here.
I mean, that's just unbelievable. She jerked your chain with this scoop deal, and then I let you run it by me, and we had to waste our time with that. Man, and all that. Plus, she wasn't willing to diss Diane Sawyer.
And then she went on and on about the baby talk.
That was a good.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, yeah,
That was a really good.
Hugo. That's Hugo. That's Hugo Shipman.
4 months old.
Gotta move on with this. I mean, you gotta recognize that, it's like Wyatt. I mean, he's a nice kid, but let's come here, get over it.
Tell your mother-in-law and leave us out of it.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, here's Sid.
Claire, let's try to pin this down. Now, did you go through the revolving front door, or was it the sliding glass door? See if we can get through that. You are in the lobby, I understand it. Is it an escalator ahead of you, or is it an elevator, in fact?
I mean, that's just... What the hell? I mean, shut up, you're horse.
Hard-hitting journalism over at ABC.
Oh, that is just... that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Team coverage coming up.
Inside the Enron building. Almighty.
America at war.
Some she runs into Tyson in Washington, and he gets
Oh,
found.
the Unified Express.
Story this morning, USA Today. ABC planning to aim for a younger audience. More changes on the horizon. Sam Donaldson and Cokie Roberts will likely exit this week in a shakeup. Although it's doubtful anything will happen until fall, ABC News rising stars George Stephanopoulos and Claire Shipman may be in line to replace them. Well, let me tell you what that is. I mean, you just might as well stick a gun in your mouth. And I like them both. Claire Shipman and George Stephanopoulos have about as much journalistic credibility as I do. What, are you nuts? This is a speculative piece, I'm sure, but...
Well, I mean, that's insanity. And you've got Ted Koppel sitting there, and you're telling him he's not irrelevant.
I don't know.
Can't make it up,
1, 2, 3.